All right. So welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for joining today. This Azure 104 Associate Cloud Administrator demonstration. So let me share my screen, then we can talk about what is actually agenda for the today's. Then we can discuss. All right. So let me just go to my folder structure. I'll create my folder is 2024. All right. So I think everyone know that is in what is Azure, right? Why we need Azure and how that is, uh, you know, benefit for that. How the trending is going on for that is in Azure. That skill is most important for your career point of view. If you have only one skill with you for the career, then it would not be a good for, right? So you have to upskill for ourselves to change your career and as well as for the package, right? We should get the good package notes. So now most of the people are aware about. So now it's been last 6 years is the trend is going on to the people to move on to the cloud, right? So today date is on 10/03/2024. Okay, give me 1 minute. Okay, so when we talk about the Azure, right, it's a cloud, right? It's a cloud. So what do you mean by cloud here? How we need to use it? So over the internet, accessing the resources, accessing the resource. What do you mean the resource here? We are already accessing, we are already managing an on premises, right? On prem. On prem means what? It's a physical infrastructure where we can say this in a data center, right? So it is huge money required, place we need, right? Network we need, storage we need, manpower we need, right? And electrical we need. So everything, if you talk about many things, right? So on. So place we need, maintenance we need. So if you talk about in every month current situation, it's a huge expensive, right? So it is cost, you have to be spend a lot of money. Already we have investment done for the so much money on this, right? You have bought that is network devices, you bought the storage devices, you have bought the, you hired the resources, security, supporting team, right? And maintenance for all the electricals for the power, right? You need a huge place. And overall you want to make that entire data center the huge invested already. Money is invested, and again every month you have that is in the expensive, correct? So now to avoid this situation, what Microsoft has did it, Microsoft has this Azure is a Microsoft product, right? So Microsoft has created a big, or you can say huge data center across worldwide. And Microsoft is saying you don't invest your money for the your company, as well as if it already exist and you can manage it, and we will be helping you to kind of hybrid model. Hybrid model means what? It is uh, communicating, or between that on premises as well as cloud. And Microsoft is also suggesting you don't invest the money, huge money, and also that is in for the maintenance. What you need, tell us, and we will provide all the services, all the services. No matter what kind of, you need a VM, you need a DB, you need a network, you need a storage. What else you need it? You need automation, AI, machine learning, IoT, right? Everything is we have in place. You just take it what you needed. You reach to use it what you needed and pay the money what at how much time you have utilized the resource and what kind of resource you have utilized. That is only we will charge it, and we won't charge anything for you to infrastructure. So now these are all the resources you are accessing over the internet. Accessing over the internet. Those resources called, you might be that is VM, might be the network, might be the storage, right? Everything we know that already. You just over the cloud means what? Cloud means what? Over the internet, you're accessing the resources. Already we know this, right? We know that already we are supporting. But ultimately, why we need to move into the cloud? We need to move into the cloud because of expensive, huge expensive, and high availability, right? High availability all the time. You don't have any headache for to upgrading your server. You don't have headache on you know, changing the operating system or migrating the server operating system, cloud, I mean a database. You don't need to worry about it. Maintenance, patching, deployment, all everything is taken care by Microsoft. Hence Microsoft is giving you all such benefit to the business people or companies, right? So now people are looking for that is in specialist, certified certified cloud administrator, right? So why I need to choose Azure? We have the other cloud also, right? So we have the AWS, we have the GCP, Google Cloud Platform. These three are major contributor in across worldwide. And why you need to choose Azure? It is a more requirement, open positions, right? Open positions. And comparatively AWS and GCP, Azure has a more requirement always. And comparatively AWS, GCP, the good package I can say, right? And who are already working on server administrator, already working on server administrator or DB administrator or storage administrator or software developer, right? So everyone, it will help you to easy to understand, can move on to their career into the cloud. So when you open this cloud, when you choose this cloud, right? What kind of support we need to do? We are you know, zero knowledge on this. So how do we start my career on this? So only after completion of this training can I go ahead and support it? Yes, this training, it is a unique comparatively others. We will be talking about the completely as needed in industry, based on the practical oriented, lab oriented, and each topic we will be discussing about what kind of the entry questions would ask, right? And you should feel not learning, you should feel as experience. So anyhow that you will have the all the course content and information is available in YouTube. You are self learner, you can go ahead and learn it, or Google, you will have the hell lot of information available. So why you should come to us? You should feel not for the learner, because you can do it for the learner means you can do it from this platform, but you want to feel as experience, right? During the interview, if they ask questions, you should be confidently answer them even though it does not have experience. So this training will make you feel, yes, I have experience. If they have asked you for then how to configure, right? How to configure and manage network, yes, you can confidently tell that. And the storage, right? VM, backup and restore. So everything you will be going to understand the each topic, and you will be going to be managing for your end, right? Backup and restore. So we will be talking about as per the Microsoft suggested content, course content. I think Amit will share you the later for the further discussion. No, see, there are, you know, when you go to the, so someone asked question, just you might not be able to see. The question was, one second. The question was from YouTube, any specific train we would follow to? No, no need to do anything. Just these are the training is enough. This training means what? You will be attending the training for every weekend, and this session will be recorded. You can go through the later for if you have any questions, and I will be here to support you. So anytime, but ultimately goal is to learn and feel the experience on Azure, which is AZ-104, which is called as a certified no certification number, which is called as a associate cloud administrator. So you will be become a cloud administrator, and you should understand that what kind of interview questions might asked, how do you perform the interview, how do you update your profile. So today date, how much knowledge you have in on cloud, and after completion of this course how much knowledge you will be having, right? So you no need to refer anything. If you are spending a time and money for this course, you have to be dedicatedly spending this learning for this, and you can practice from your end. So the what is the prerequisites we would need for that is in we need to accessing for everything in the portal, the centralized portal. So portal.azure.com, it's a portal. When you go to that is in you have to be registered with your subscription. It's a by default you have the subscription called as a free account, right? And you will be having the 30 days of free subscription to utilize the resources, and then your account will be activate until 1 year, you can say 12 month, right? So once you open the 12 month, once you open the portal, then you will see all the services, right? We will be talking about how to create a VM, configuring the VM. Yes, we do that. We'll talk about how you wanted to plan for the project and right all the services. So if I log into the portal, so basically what are we going to cover about here, right? We will be you might have seen that isn't right when you open the Google, so you can just see this in AZ-104, right? It will be redirecting to the your Microsoft uh, Learn portal, right? So it will be divided into two way. So divided into four way, right? This is important, which is skill measured, and each topic, how much percentage would ask in the certified examination, right? You can see this. These are the majorly topic we will be talking about in over the journey, right? What is this here? Manage Azure identities and governance. 20 to 25%. It means 20 to 25% topic or area should be asking the questions during the examination. So we will be thoroughly understanding that what is that Azure identities and governance. It will comes under for all your Azure Active Directory, which we call as a intra AD, right? Azure Active Directory. Okay, now we are calling as a intra AD, right? Now we will be talking about subscription on this. How do you manage it? Multiple subscription, manage group and all, and implement and manage storage. So storage specifically how you are on premises managing the storage, data type of the storage, and how to transfer the storage from on premises to cloud to on premises or cloud to cloud, what kind of the data type, how do you manage and maintain. That is also be covered in the during 15 to 20% of examinations. So deploy and manage Azure compute resource. This is be a VM, right? Completely VM. How to create a virtual machines, configuring the virtual machines, and each VM. How do you deploy multiple VM? How to create it? All the settings, configurations, VM can be discussing over the deploy and manage Azure compute resource. It's a 20-25% area would ask for the during examination. And implement and manage virtual networking. This is a major topic comparatively other topic, which is identities governance 20-25% and Azure compute resource for the 20-25%. So we would understand that is in major role or major topic in the virtual networking. So we should understand that how to create our own network, You can say that is in a VNet virtual network. Under this, how do you create for the subnet? And in the subnet, your infrastructure is going to be deploying for around 100 machines, 100 VM. And it is 100 VM or each subnet you have that set up with your organizations, right? One location or one site, you have around 500 users. Those users are accessing your resources like storage, accessing for your file server, accessing for your applications. All you are keeping in a one location or one subnet, right, across worldwide. And again, you have the one more, it's entire VNet, and you divide it into the multiple subnet, and each subnet based on the location you have done for your operations activity, and all the users, employees, and whom we want to provide access, everyone are using for these areas, right? So we will be deeply discussing on this in a virtual networking, right? And majorly that monitor and maintain Azure resource, it would come high for in a troubleshooting, backup and restore. And how do you monitor this, your resource utilizing, right? If the customer asking you why it is bill is coming from the every month this much, right? This is a Azure is like for, it's a kind of light bill. The service kind is a light bill. So you everyone know that light bill means what is the power consumption, how much you are utilizing, right? So you should not tell that is in, okay, this month light bill is, light bill came is more. It means your utilization is high, right? You might have used for the fridge, you might have used for the washing machine, you might have power on the machine, power for the, without turning off day and night. So it will be how much you have utilized a power, then automatically bill will come. Same things in Azure platform, how much resource you are utilizing, resource utilizing, then those will be chargeable, then you will get the bill, right? So those are all how do you wanted to automate things, and how do you monitor and maintain these Azure resources, it would discussing under the monitor, right? So yes, you can do it, that's not a problem. Non IT also, everyone, that's what I said, pre-requestized. It is for already who are working on the desktop support or system administrator. We must upskill ourselves if you want to survive in IT longer time. We must we must learn from this. It is non-IT people, IT people, no matter it is, but this is everyone for the equal. But thing is, technically whatever we use the terminology, it would be able to understand easy who already working on this platform, right? So when we talk about the storage, when we talk about networking, when we talk about the VM, these terminology would easy to understand them. But fresher or non-IT, you can also be able to understand, but you need to little more concentrate. You have to put little more effort from your end. So ultimately, goal is to, we have to put effort, we have to study well, we have to practice it. Then our profile and our career should be in a cloud administrator, right? Cloud administrator. To reach that, what are the things we need to be plan it? First, understand the what it is, how we can use it for the portal, right? Once you open the portal, then you see the all the resources you have seen that how to configure each resources, each resources. These resources would be VM, networking, right? You should be understanding that is in the cloud, how you are going to use networking, how you are going to use a storage, okay, how you going to use for that is an operating system, backup and restore. All you are going to understanding from the step by step. This is what you're going to ask in interview, right? So once you know the things, right, each resource how we are utilizing, then you feel as a, yes, now later how to support in a production environment. So now by the time you should be a cloud administrator full fledged, right? You should work on the one company, 1 year or 2 year, minimum 2 year. So by the time you will have the good confidence and good experience, then keep upskilling for aligning with the cloud administrator for the some automation. You should learn with some automation with the PowerShell, right? You might have heard about this is a Windows PowerShell automation. It's a more demanding tool, right, from the Microsoft, can be used it. And you need to add on in your career, in your knowledge, in your skill, right? You can learn from that is in JSON, which we will be going to talk about during our ARM, right? Template, Azure Resource Management template. So we will be discussing for this automation tool as well. So ultimately, all aspect multi-skill we should have that. So our profile should be resume should be I am become a cloud administrator, right? And this cloud administrator, what are the things we need to do? We need to learn to know that what kind of what kind of work we need to do in in cloud, which is called Azure, right? How to configure network, major topic, right? VM, storage. So which Microsoft suggested these five areas, and also you can plan for your certification. So you will be getting for all the prerequisites dumps, right? What kind of scenario based questions will ask. So once you have certified this, and you will be the authorized person, right? Once you are certified of this AZ-104, which is Associate Cloud Administrator, you are the authorized person, and you will get selected for the shortlisted for the profile because you are certified. So after the interview discussion, you are giving the confidently you are performing well in a during interview, and that is journey will begin for you to start your career on cloud. So work on the 2 years on the one company, then you will come to know that what are things needs to be upskill ourselves in terms of the cloud automation. So then by the time you will come to know that is in, so what are the automation should be learned, right? And you have a full-fledged package or full-fledged skill with you, and which you updated in a profile. So for that journey, it will take you to the longer period to survive in IT. And yeah, it will be good. Ultimately the package should get more, right? So the goal is to get more package means what? It is a salary, right? What we need to in the IT, we need to survive, we need to have some decent based on your experience. Remember, based on your experience, you must need a same some decent package. It should not be like you have a 10 years of experience and I'm getting for the 5 lakh package. No, not acceptable. So you should be having at least reaching to the 20 lakh package for the 10 years experience. It is expected, right? So some other reason you won't be able to reach to the goal, but you have to plan it. The key of this to reach out to there, study, right? Practice it, and prepare your profile, and start giving interview. You should get a call, and you should get a call, right? Then you have done already, you learned it, you practice it, and you prepared, and you can certified also, certified, and you can start updating your profile and start giving interview. That's all. You should be selected, right? Then start your journey. This is how we need to plan it, right? So overall we will be talking about more technical point of view, right? So when you open the portal, so basically everyone should have a credit card and one Gmail on Hotmail account or Microsoft account. You can go to the portal.azure.com. You should be able to see this, log into this portal. So this is the first method to you will be log into this portal, and you are into this. This is one portal will tell you that is in everything, right? If you go to the uh, three line here, you see this all the resource, right? All the resource. What are those resource? They have divided in, you can say services, not resource, services. They have divided into categorized. Okay. So each category Microsoft has keep implementing for the resources, right? If you see here, there are, we should aware about what kind of the services providing from the Microsoft. I'm just minimizing all. Let's see. Just an example. This one portal will have that everything, right? Microsoft suggesting you no need to spend any single rupees for your investment for your IT work. So I am giving you everything. You just go to the portal and register it, and you should avail that features and avail that benefit for that, and pay what how much you are going to utilizing, like a light bill, right? See this categorized, they have divided into this way. Now first, if you see artificial intelligence and machine learning, analytics, compute. When you talk about the compute, it is in a VM, right? You can expand here. The Microsoft is keep on uh, you know keep on adding for enhanced feature on the respective category, right? See this, and a container, database, DevOps, right? Currently trending is going and everyone, people are learning for the cloud and DevOps, right? General, some of the topics are bring into this in under general. So hybrid multi-cloud, right? Identity, integration, internet of things. You see the number, right? These are all number keep on changing day by day, because they will be bringing new feature, new enhancement add on that. And comparatively 6 year, these are all numbers are very less. Now the Microsoft are keep on adding, keep on enhanced features are implementing and bringing into the respective category, right? So see this storage, mobile, security, networking. If you go to the networking here, you will be having the lot of things, right? Custom IP address, bastions, DNS, networking managers, public IP preference. See that virtual network. How do you create a virtual network? When you go to the virtual network, it will tell you that is in create a virtual network. I should be having my own network, right? It will tell you that is in the boundary, right? It will give you that is in what is the subscription for the billing part, and resource group you will be going to create it for the managing purpose. Then what is the virtual network name? Say for example, it is in a BLR VNet, right? Example, I am creating for the specific region. As I said, Microsoft has implemented data center across worldwide. See this region name. So which region you wanted to be manage your data center or manage your IT infrastructure, you can choose it. And company has decided which region I need to go and deploy my infrastructure, you can choose it, right? You can select for any of the region where you have needed, and based on the region your cost would be a changes. It's not like across worldwide everyone has the same cost, no, right? If you select for the East US and your infrastructure is going to creating for in this VNet, you want to create a subnetting, right? You need to have that network team would provide it for the network range of IP addresses. So what kind of IP address range you wanted to take, it will be provided here, or else you can go ahead, default the given one. So we will be talking about more on when we actual class going to start. How do you decide for the /16/24, right? So once that is, network is been done, right? Which virtual network has been created, under that VNet you would be creating your own subnet. And once your subnet is created, you would be creating resources, your storage, VM, all, right? For example, which we are discussing. And also as you're talking about the billing part, right? My Azure billing, right? Billing calculator. If you are a resource of the cloud administrator, customer is coming to you and your company is providing a service for the cloud, and how do you recommend them, how do you motivate them, you need to move on to your infrastructure to the cloud. So what is that, you need to tell them that is in the cost, what is that they are giving, our the expensive for every month. After moving the cloud, what would be their estimate cost. You see this, you need to provide them to buy, analyzing their compute storage account, right? App services, whatever they're using, just you can go to, everything will be available. This is just for the sample estimation. Scott would be generating, say in a virtual machine, I wanted to generating for the virtual machine for the cost, how much it would be. I have added here storage account, I have added, and some database I am going to add it. See this, if you scroll down, you will have some configuration for the virtual machine, how many machines you need it, which region you need it, right? And you see this 730 hours is a by default is in the same default, what kind of the configurations you needed. So you are added, right? So now the service would be how you want it. You are using the pay as you go, or you wanted to go with some saving plan 1 2 year, or more than 3 year, that some discount you will get it. This is again for the commercial point of view, business statics point of view. He will motivate to, you will get this money if you take the 3 year contract to manage your resources, you will get 32% discount, right? And keep on the default setting for now. You see the estimation cost would be reduced, I mean created, considering for all the resources. For the VM, you see dollar 137, and for the storage, you see the dollar overall. If you see the generating one Excel sheet, okay. Now you can export this result, and you can analyze for the customer infrastructure. You can create like that, okay. So what are the infrastructure they have, and you can generate like that. You can create your own, and see this. The estimations cost would be prepared for VM, for storage and applications. When you open this, so you will be getting this much. So currently what they are paying, the spending a lot of money for the current scenario, current situation, and this estimations cost will help them to analyze that is in this many cost I can save it, right? See this, open this Excel sheet. So I hope you are getting what I'm trying to explaining. So ultimately, we should be moving to the our next, career technologies, right? We have to learn it. Otherwise, we will be sitting in the same place and the same package, and there is no changes in our career. If you want to do something, yes, we have to do some. See this. This estimation cost has been generated, and you can share this customer. This is what your resource we have analyzed. This is the region, and this is the configurations part, and right, you would be explaining them in a well manner, and he can think about himself, okay, this is my total cost, right? Overall, if you come back here, this format has been already generated from the Microsoft, $562 overall, right? He think about, this is completely 1 month cost, right? So this is how we need to plan. See this, all prices shown are in United States, right? And this is summary estimate, not a quote. For up to date pricing information, please visit. And we can also talk to the salesperson from the Microsoft. We can negotiate some of the uh, uh, resources, can reduce the cost. Then ultimately business point of view, we can, he will be, if the long point, they can also be help us to reduce the cost. But as a technical point of view, we would aware about how we want to manage it, how we wanted to configure it. That is actually you're going to learn in our training, right? See this, I have just learned, I have created for the one VNet. Under this VNet, you would be creating a subnet, right? VLR VNet, and you will be creating a, see the subnet which you have created for the default one, uh, which was default has taken the IP address in 10.0.0.16, right? And in this resource, when you are going to build a resource, right? Say for example, this is the default one, right? When you're going to build any resource, say for example, one is VM, you want to build, where you want to build that VM, belongs to, this VM should belongs to particular subnet, and that subnet is particular to VNet that has a boundary, right? So all background routing part and security point, firewall point, uh, everything would be configured from the Microsoft. You no need to do anything, right? Say for example, if I go back to the home, right, dashboard, and you wanted to create a virtual machine, right? If you create, you can search here just for the VM virtual machine. During deploying the virtual machine, you would be able to ask, right, where you want to create virtual machine. You can give the name, you can select for the by default subscription and resource group, and then after that it will ask you where you want to store this VM. Do you created a network already? Yes, you have already created a network, that there my VM should be. Subnet, yes, I already defined that VM, that my VM should be in a respective series, and by default you can create for my this resource group. And virtual machine name, you can say VM1 example. Selected the same region which you have selected from the earlier, right? East US, right? We have created for this is VNet is East US. Just check the region what you have selected. Okay, it should be going to the same one only. And I don't need, we will be talking about what even be availability zone. All there are more features they have given. If something happened for the one region, how do you make sure your resource should be available? So availability zone, right? And we don't need for this. You can select for the standard. And I'm going to selecting for the operating system Windows. Everything is ready. See this Windows 2019 Server Data Center. And when you go to the next networking options, you should be able to, you can see this username and password. You need to provide that VM username and password, right? So go to the next, keep the disk space, right? Default one. So we can talk later for when actual class is going to start, but I wanted to show the networking part, how you wanted to select, right? If you go to the disk, next one is, and go to the networking part, right here. So we have already created our VNet, we have already created for our subnet, right? So here you can select it. So your VM would be specifically belongs to on the respective VNet and subnet. See this? It's going to validate now. So for anyone has any question, any doubt? Yeah, just for the showing purpose, right? So we will be talking about actual later for, right? Yes, American. What is the name? Is it actual name or what? Yeah, please go ahead and talk. Unmute yourself and speak. You can't speak? Okay, wait 1 second. Who is that? Okay, unmute yourself. Yeah, you can go ahead and speak.
Hello, can you hear me, please?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah. The question was, why you're showing us? It's just for showing, but we haven't started yet.
No, we have not entered. This is a demo class. This is for just for to overview what are the topic we are going to discuss and who we are and what is the benefit you are getting. And there are many people who are non IT related and all. This is just for
Okay.
begin. It is just for the demo class you can consider to
Oh,
discussing just overall, because before you registering this course, you should understand that what is this course for, what is the benefit you need to getting, and after this course completion, how do I plan for my career path? All we are going to discussing. It is just for the understand the concept of. Now actual class is going to start talk about next week when class going to start.
thank you very much.
Right? Yeah, thank you. So yeah, like that you see this, I'm into the networking part. Here I have selected for my VNet. You see, the VNet would be BLR VNet, and the subnet it is shown as a default one. The subnet should created for the by default. It was created earlier. You can select for this. So like that, if you deploy the machine, my machine or my VM should be belongs to this subnet, and this subnet belongs to my own network. Like that, you will be creating, right? So like that, we need to have a lot of things to talk about in this. So yeah, I'll stopping for this now to explain. If anyone has any questions, feel free to ask. It's open for you now. I'm not going to complete for just for the demo purpose. I have just shown you that is in what is this Azure 104, what is the name of this course, how we are getting the benefit, and what are the course content we need to cover. after completion of this training, how it is helping of in terms of the package, in terms of the interview, in terms of the profile updating. So these are all benefit you will be getting and making you more confident on the technical point of view. The more you technical skills sound, then you would be able to handle all these things, right? Ultimately goal is to get a good job on become a cloud administrator, as well as we need to have a good package. This is the two goal majorly, right? To get this, we should have a well prepared, well prepared for skill yourself, prepare well for an interview, and be strong on the technical. That is a important. That is a goal actually, right? So we'll be talking about each topic in a more and more interesting and more deeper level. So when actual class is going to start from next week. Okay. So I'm done with the explanation. So if anyone has any questions, feel free to ask. You have any generic questions, you have anything, but for the further, need contact for this, please contact for the Amit. He will help you to that is an understanding for your course duration. Okay. And fee structure, everything, right? So I'm sharing his number. Please contact him, Amit, his name, and his contact number is 95 406 62806. His number. Okay, for your batch timing and fees detail, everything he will help you. Please note on this point, this contact 95 406 62806. If anyone want to talk to him, you can talk to him. And further, yeah, who is that? Bano, right? Let me just unmute you. Right, you can speak yourself. Unmute yourself and speak, Bano.
Hi, I would like to know the classes will be held on weekends or
Weekend
the
only.
weekdays?
Weekend only.
Only the weekends,
Yeah, Saturday, Sunday.
Saturday, Sundays, and the session will be session timings will be.
Either would be that probably we'll start for the India time morning, but not yet confirmed, but we'll let you know. Okay, either morning or evening, not yet decided.
Okay.
It would be a 2.5 hours classes each Saturday and Sunday. Overall 5 to 6 hours class duration, including one break.
Oh, I mean for a weekend overall 5 to 6.
Hour,
For Saturday 3 hours
three
and
hours, yeah.
Sunday.
Sunday
Okay,
3 hours, including
and
one small break, 15 minutes.
okay, and the session. How many months will this session
It is
continue?
overall complete course for the 40 hours course duration. Okay,
40 hours.
consider for 5 to 6 weeks maximum.
Okay. And after that, the certification examination dumps will be provided from your end,
Yes,
right?
yeah. For preparation and registration done by you, and
Okay.
helping you to the some dumps and what kind of questions will ask, that I can help you.
Okay. And one more thing, I have already created the free account, and the free account has been expired from my end. So I can create another free account, is it? Can I
You
create
can
it?
create it, but you should have another credit card and another email account. You can't
Okay.
go ahead with the same email account.
But can I use the same credit card?
No, I believe you can't. Try it.
Okay.
If it is longer period, then you might be, but it will not be because already registered with that account already.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
And the other options you can, if possible, you can convert as a pay as you go. And
Uh-huh.
yeah, it depends. People think about pay as you go means it's a more money and we are spending. No, it won't be like that. It will be lesser price only. How much resource you are utilizing, that much cost will be added into that as a billing part. But try with
Okay.
that also. If it is you agreed with that,
Okay.
okay
And
with that.
every session recording will be
Yes,
shared with us, right?
yes, 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 yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Um,
Good to go.
and one more thing,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
will you be able to provide the job opportunities for
No,
this?
no. We'll
Okay.
help you job assistant. Will
Uh-huh.
help you to the make you technically confident. Okay.
Okay.
Job
Okay.
searching and job getting for you. based on your skills. Job assistant will help you.
Okay, got it, got it. Thank you. That's it from mine.
Perfect. Okay, guys. Thank you. So yeah, it's almost 4:50 now. So 15 minutes we have spent it. So no problem. You can reach out to the Amit. So further discussion you have liked to this session today and you wanted to go with registration for the start new batch from the coming weekend. And yeah, thank you so much for your career and for your study. Right. Good. So good to wind up. All right. Thank you so much, guys. Take care. And yeah, who is that? Rakesh, right? Let me unmute you. Rakesh. Yeah, Amit will help you that. Okay. Rakesh. Yeah, you can speak. Can mute it. Rakesh. Amarnath. Yeah, Amarnath. Please go and unmute and speak. Amarnath. Rakesh. Yeah, I have unmuted you. Please speak. Yeah.
Okay, am I audible now?
Yes, I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay, so actually, want to
Join
ask you
late.
that
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
what's your qualification and how many certificate you have completed? Just asking.
I have done for I am completed a degree and I have completed AZ-104, SC-300, and earlier I was part of freelancer trainer, and MCSC and MCSC completed. Last 10 years of in this training experience and worked on that is a multiple companies, and everything will be introduction from my side. I'll give you the detail done when actual class is going to start.
Okay, okay, okay.
Okay,
Yeah, thank you so much.
good. All good. So don't worry, guys. You will see that many technical skills from my side. So because ultimately we have to learn it. As I said earlier, you are the good learner or self learner, you have a lot of platform, but when you come to here, I'm sure guarantee you'll get some benefit. And it's my 9th year of experience and I have trained around 10,000 people. Okay, and everyone are got in job with a good package. Okay, that is a history we have, that is in because they have a lot of question, lot of gap in there, and this training will fill the gap 100%, that guarantee, and make you confident, make you to the showing you the direction to the career path. And many people, as I said, 10 years of experience, 5 lakh, 6 lakh, lot of commitment, we need to know survive in IT. So this training will help you to the give the clear picture. Not only this training, you will have that all other training as well. Okay, good, guys. Take care and let me know that if you have any questions, please reach out to Amit. Okay, bye, guys. Take care.